Good evening. I don't know, I've been just stopping myself from vlogging anything because nothing exciting has been going on. I really wanted to film my freshers and I really wanted to make a proper vlog out of it, which didn't go according to the plan. I was so excited, you guys, and I want to talk about this. I was delaying this topic. I was like, no, this is not important, but genuinely, it's important because how I felt on that day was really bad. Okay, so let me break it down for you. When they announced it's the freshers, I was super excited because it's been a while since I went to any kind of function or event. I've been staying home for the longest time, and I genuinely enjoy that because I'm an introvert. Okay, I love being inside, I don't like to be around people, but this time I was genuinely trying to socialize because the college has started, and this was one of the resolutions that I made for myself, that I am going to meet people, I am going to make friends, I am going to be around people, and I'm going to be just, I'm going to try to be a part of big group and just try to socialize with as many people as I can because it's really going to boost my confidence and it's going to be really good for my mental health as well. When you stay alone, I mean, it's great and I love being alone, no hate to that. But making friends here and there because you're going to meet them literally every single day when you are in college is not a bad thing, right? When you need them, they help you. When they need you, you help them. So it's not a bad thing. So I really wanted to do that. No idea why I always end up meeting the most toxic people in any kind of field that I get into. There was a time when I was super interested in fashion designing, and I met the most toxic friends out there, most toxic people out there. I'm not gonna name names because that's just not me. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, that's like not me. That's not me at all. I don't like to talk behind people's back. So that was the time when people were just really rude and very toxic. But now when I've started college, I was expecting really nice people and I met really nice people. Like I'm surrounded by really good friends right now, but there was this one person, like even the teachers are super understanding, and I've said this in my video as well, that the teachers are really amazing. I love the environment. I love to go to college and I love genuinely being around those people because they're kind and they actually understand your problems. I said this, so there's nothing wrong with that. That's like literally the most amazing quality about a human being. But there's this one person who was a really, really good friend of mine, and now the tables have turned, and for some reason that person just doesn't like me anymore. um which is fine. You can not like me and I would be okay with that because this is not the first time. I'm so used to it. I've dealt with people like this my whole life, in school, in the institution that I joined, in family, like literally everywhere. So it's nothing new. But the thing is, when we went to the freshers, only me and her was there and everybody else were like from different branches. So I was like, she's from my class, so she was gonna be the only person that I was planning to hang out with because I didn't know anybody else. But she decided to ignore me during the whole function, and I just felt so left out. I almost cried. Like I was just a half minute away from crying. Do you remember that quote by Taylor Swift? That's exactly what happened to me. I was just about to cry, but then I was like, no, I'm not gonna let that happen to me because it has happened so many times that it should not even affect me. It should not affect me at this point. So I was like, fine, like I'm gonna be my own best friend, just like I've always been. My whole life I've always been my best friend, and that's the reason why I still exist, honestly, because there has been times when I just break down, when I feel like I try to make friends but it doesn't work out, but I'm here. I'm gonna spend my whole life with myself, and that is amazing. That is an opportunity that I need to celebrate. Okay. So I felt super left out and I felt bad, but then I obviously pulled myself up and I've told myself that it's fine. I'm gonna work it out. Like, genuinely, if you think about it, I am right now living without my mother. So do you really think that you ignoring me is gonna affect me? Like, you think I can't live without you? Do you really think that? Like, how stupid a person has to be. So this person was super sweet to me when we first met, and for like 2 to 3 weeks she was super sweet. And I'm not gonna get into the details because again that's not me, but I'm just telling you, like, I don't know, I'm telling you the synopsis. I'm talking in assignment language. But because I felt bad, okay, I never talk like this about a particular person, pointing that person out. I'm not like that. But this one really hurt me because we barely knew each other like 2 weeks, and she was super sweet to me. She would just be super nice to me. She would always be there like a friend should be. So I never expected her to just suddenly change her behavior towards me, and I would just question it. I was like, why is this happening? I seriously don't see what my fault has been during this whole um problematic situation that she just created. But whatever my fault was, which I'm sure there was nothing, because I am the biggest people pleaser and I hate myself for that, but I always try to make the other person comfortable even if I'm uncomfortable. And even after doing so much, if you have to complain, then you can go home and cry. Because I am not your mother. I'm not going to be like taking care of you the whole time. You also need to have that much maturity to understand that this person also has other priorities. You're not the main character of my life. I am the main character of my life. And I'm not going to be thinking about you 24/7 because I genuinely don't. I think about myself the whole time because I'm self obsessed, and that's how you're supposed to be. Obsessed with yourself, with if you're not obsessed with yourself, what's the point of living? Just tell me. You spend your whole life with yourself. You spend your, most of the time with yourself. Of course there's side characters like friends and family, your, I don't know, your spouse, whatever, but you spend the most of your time with yourself. You go through difficult times, you go through hard times, you go through the happiest times, you feel it within yourself, and that is the best thing ever. So if you think I'm going to take you more seriously than I take myself, that's really funny. That's literally so funny. You need to be very immature in order to believe in that. I feel like during this whole vlog, I've just been talking about what I felt and what's wrong and what should be corrected and all that. I've not been vlogging at all. I've just been talking, but these things needs to be talked about, because I don't talk much. So there's so much filled up inside of me. I can literally start a TED Talk session like every single day, but I don't. So I just say it on my YouTube. So overall, if you talk about freshers, which should be the point, which is the point, honestly, the freshers was obviously I felt left out during the whole function, but the food was great. I loved the food. I loved the way they prepared all the decorations, and like the venue was amazing. Everything was amazing, and my pictures turned out great, which was the best part. I think if the pictures don't turn out great, did I even tried? If the pictures don't turn out great, what's the point of going into a function, getting ready, getting all dressed up, doing your hair? If the pictures don't turn out great, you're missing the point, okay? But other than that, the function was great. I loved it. Everyone was super friendly. So I genuinely like, of course, that one person made me feel super left out, but everyone else was super friendly. So it kind of balanced it out. But yeah, I just love the fact how I am able to control my emotions at times like this, because I should have completely shouted and like made it this whole big deal, that how out of nowhere you just decide to ignore me or ghost me or whatever it is. But no, I didn't do that. I just decided to be mature, and it's not that hard to be mature unless you're born immature. Some people are just born immature and they're immature for their whole life. And some people are born mature and they don't even have to try to understand a situation, they just do. They have this empathetic quality, and I have that in me. So, yeah, I guess I'm blessed or whatever, but I work on my mental health all the time. That even if somebody tries to cause pain, you know that you don't need to give it so much attention to the point where it would hurt you mentally or, emotionally. So, it's super important because when you get hurt physically, everybody can see it. Like, oh my god, you're bleeding. Oh my god, your hand is fractured. But when it's the brain, when you're feeling something emotionally or um you know mentally, nobody can see it. So it's important for you to take care of it instead of asking for help. Just take care of it, and there's so many reasons that you should take care of it because there's nobody else who's gonna do it. And